online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
It goes like this. It's just top and down.
What, we got choreography now?
Hit him with the rules. Hold on. That's too complicated.
I can't dap no more.
That's too complicated.
Hey.
So what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in the studio for Love and Hip Hop New York's AfterBuzz TV after show. I'm joined in studio by my favorite peoples in the world. We got Miss Courtney Stewart.
What up, y'all?
Girl, I feel like we just might well move in together. We just
I know, we live together all day. It's been all damn day.
This is our Ratchet Mondays, y'all. Me and Courtney. Check us out.
I likes it.
Miss Trene Todd.
Hi, you guys.
Straight in bomber jacket, New York.
In New York.
Brooklyn, son. New York. Brooklyn.
And unfortunately, he ain't more fire
He ain't no fire no more.
Stephaune has grown up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. You've seen that fresh commercial money. Stephaune Wallace.
You guys are ridiculous.
Where is the fire?
I am still more fire. I just had to change my Twitter and my Instagram. I need my name to be out there. I don't need y'all saying more fire.
Now, ready? I gotta hit you guys up for a setup right here, because you know,
set it up.
I always get people hitting me up and they're like, you guys are so mean and unfair to the people on Love and Hip Hop.
Go through things.
You know, just enjoy it as a show. Regular people don't watch television like this and think these things about people. Well, so I did an interview over here at AfterBuzz TV.
Yes, he did.
Spotlight on with single but dating author, sexologist, and relationship expert, the one and only. She flew all the way across Dr. Nikki Goldstein.
You make it sound like I flew all the way here just for you guys.
Don't spoil it.
That's why I'm trying to
Here in America, you're supposed to play up.
Play it, girl.
Listen, what is that, a 14-hour flight?
Yeah, 12, 14. I always look like this when I jump off a 14-hour flight. Red lips and all.
Honey, I should introduce you Mrs. Jocelyn Hernandez, because that's what she be doing.
Yes.
All right, so you've never seen the show before. We did an interview in which we were talking about relationship love, and I wanted to show you a clip of Tara, Amina, and I told you a little bit about their love triangle situation.
Triangles.
So you watched the full, complete episode tonight. What are your overall thoughts from this?
Well, I feel like if it's going to be your fault if I become hooked to this and I go back to Australia and I'm streaming it to find out what's wrong.
You will. It's like
it's quite chaotic and all over the place, and I do feel like I've got to question why these people are putting their dirty laundry on TV. You know, I get a lot of the music side of things.
Love of money.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, pregnancy and abortion and, you know,
honey.
I just feel like I need to give them a good slap across the face, and especially that love triangle. It's no longer a love triangle. This has been going on way too long. There's too many other lives going, you know, being involved here, and innocent children, and I really question their motivation for putting this out there, and you know, like it's worrying.
Like, we've taken reality TV a little bit. Now we can go
too far.
And I just love how she has only watched one episode and she can take that this has been going on for too long.
Well, it was really hard.
Except somehow Tara can't figure that shit out, and she's been in it herself.
Well, look, it was really hard for you to watch the episode. I mean, with all the boobage that was going on.
I mean, I'm a fan of the boob, but I was getting very distracted. You know, there was a lot of cobweb boobs and showing boobs, and another thing I want to know is that when the cameras are switched off, is that what everyone looks like, really? Or
absolutely not.
No, they're actually pretty good at keeping it what they real. Because if you saw Peter Gunn's feet, he actually been wearing shoes this season.
Good for him. Good for him.
It just makes him sound more and more attractive.
Well,
you know,
very much so.
I'm really excited for people to hear your thoughts on the relationship. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through some of the storylines, and I'm going to get some advice from you, from a professional.
Just have a little talk.
We're going to start with the
Then
first
you
one.
can diagnose that crazy.
We're going to start with the first one. The first one's Rashida. So Rashida, was sitting down with her fashion circle girls. Homies. Rose was one of them. Where they're talking about Lexi and Mo Money and how Lexi's upset with her. I gotta say though, these were the realest friends.
They were real. They were like, girl,
that we've seen 11 hip hopper have on the show. They're like, girl, you need to be friends with her.
Yes.
Like that's your only.
That's your artist. You should have talked to her before you just had her show up with somebody else rapping.
And they knew how long she's been friends with Remy Ma, and they were like, "Yo, y'all need to get that together.
Fix that.
Fix it with.
They have to. I mean, Raw needs to understand that Remy was stressed. She was over there doing a whole bunch. It's not even her show. She over here decorating.
And she's Remy Ma, like,
picking up supplies from the Dollar Tree,
putting chairs out. You know.
Right? She's Remy Ma, honey.
You're welcome.
I need to be in the studio.
And you show up modeling like, oh, this is beautiful,
right?
And wonder why she mad.
Low key, that's how your friends take advantage after you've been around, been friends for so long.
True.
They just kind of take advantage of you, like, yo, hang these drapes. You like.
It'll just be a minute. You got it. I'll be there.
It starts with the help me move too. You know how that goes.
DJ Self find out that he's messing around with Miss Rose.
She's
too.
like, you got some tea? Anybody getting some D? Because I just want to know, like, who's popping the pussy if I'm not.
Well,
I like that they kept it all the way real.
Yeah,
she tried to act stunt like she wasn't giving it up.
Why you trying to hold on to it now? You've been throwing it around for years. You've been a whole your whole life.
You've been a slut.
Trying to change it up now.
Front for us, please.
So we see this situation where then Lexi goes and sits and talks with Mo, who now Mo's working with Yandy. So, and she's using the same beat as Bianca, which I think is kind of messy. Like, if you're a manager and you know these two people don't like each other, why are you letting them on the same track?
I love it.
I think it's great.
I mean, it
Breed
makes for
competition.
great television.
Ratings were up here tonight.
But it's also good for rapping. Like, they need to battle it out. Who can put the best track down?
I know.
I think that's exactly right, Yandy. I mean, they're up and coming artists. So let them prove themselves.
And it's a test for Bianca that she obviously failed.
Right.
but
no,
to just act right, to like not
she can't.
act crazy.
Well, wait, before we get to that.
Right.
We went too far. Okay.
We see Yandy. She's showing Mo the Bianca beat. Mo too excited for Yandy to make her a star. Like, for real.
Everybody look up to Yandy though.
I mean,
on this whole thing, it's not that Yandy's shouldn't be looked up to.
My thing
Yandy's
is,
got paper and a good wig.
girl, you got paper and you got a good wig, but the only thing you can get this bitch on is the DJ Self Cypher again.
Right. Oh, guess what? It's the Gwenning Fest. Like
Number 2.
It's coming back.
Round
it's coming
2.
Back. That was just like last month too, wasn't it?
It was like a month ago.
Like,
Well,
is this an
y'all,
open
it's
mic thing
October.
that happens weekly, like monthly?
At the Ha Cafe, shut up.
Right, like
at the Cha-Cha.
I can't. Oh, I love the Cha-Cha Lounge in Silver Lake. It's my shit. So we see Mo. She sits down with Lexi, who's Mo's wearing last year's H&M wing, but that's cute. Tells Mo about Mariah Band.
She had braids. Mariah.
Look, the only reason I couldn't not think about it is because the shit looked like a scuba gear. So it's like, it looked scuba gear the year it came out. Now it's 2 years late. So now I'm just like, you just out here wearing scuba gear.
And it's
Look,
old.
she didn't have no, it was Dirty Laundry Week. That's all she had.
What's that movie with Adam Sandler? Scuba Steve, bitch.
Scuba Steve,
That's all she pulled out her closet. That was the
nobody got
only
time for
clean
that.
clothing she had.
Lexi's salty that Mo's working with Yandy and
So
feels like
salty.
she's being punished for being nice.
Nice.
Mo's not on the same level as anyone.
That's her opinion. I'm on the same level as
And then,
Girl, I didn't see you on Vivo.
right?
I seen you on YouTube. Because here's the thing, y'all can check out, we have a sister site called Black Hollywood Live, and you can check out, I have a music show on there called The Beat. This week, I decided to have my co-host and our special guest, Sounds, you guys can check him out, he's a dope producer. I played all the girls from Love and Hip Hop, all their music.
Where your money gone?
Money Gun was one of them.
So what'd he say?
BBOD was a big snore fest. Actually, Bianca won, and Bianca and Cardi B were tied.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
As far as what people were
But-
listening to.
Okay.
But anyways, so Mo thinks she's not on the same level as anyone else. I'm just like, look, even though I'm going to keep stretching back to Chicken Noodle Soup, it was popping. What have you done? What are you listening to? I can't. I got to say, though, Mo, her hair was looking better. this time around?
The side shade braids? No,
the
she was wearing the shade braids this time.
Which she needs to let go.
The Shanae.
But doesn't it look bad when it grows in? You thought it looked better? I felt like...
No. I'm sorry. I spoke ahead of myself.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get to that transformation.
We're saying when it covered up.
Lexi...
because the new growth was bothering me.
Lexi said you better do it for the team.
She needed to clean
I know. Did you see how she tried to sneak her way back in?
She was like, I thought we were going to get to do the cypher one last time together.
Why would you think that? Why would you think I wasn't?
You shut down.
I wasn't modeling in the fashion show last week.
Right, you didn't hit me up.
Raw does not represent
Have the nerve to come to my daddy's house, stepping in my house.
Ain't no team.
Ain't no team, girl.
Solo
Have
artist.
a nice day.
I hate to leave you on this note.
But I gotta go.
Rashida apologized to Lexi. She was upset over the whole, whatever. She said, well, look, Yandy's only over there networking. You need me to network? Because I already have a big-time rap. I'm going to put you in this. As a matter of fact, I already signed you up for the studio. And she was like, really? When am I going in? ASAP. Bitch, you didn't sign her up. You were sitting under there right then.
I got to get this hoe in the studio. Can you come by and pretend like you're going to rap with her? Yeah.
Friend, since you in town.
As a matter of fact, I have a really big artist.
I'll give you a big old kiss. Just come on. I'll let you see.
No.
You can look at my.
No.
Just come on.
Here's the thing. Raw ain't fucking French Montana.
No.
Raw's fucking Frank, who brought French Montana.
The other friend.
You saw how she got behind him? I was like,
yeah.
So French, I'm gonna let you sit with that track.
You go ahead. And then she's
Hold on to that track.
No, she in bed. She's like,
Frank?
baby, so I got this artist. I've been stressing and whatnot.
Baby,
I don't really know what to
artist
do
right now.
What is this? What's the hand here? She's wiping her sweat. Gotta get the sweat.
Because she don't
holding
want
her weed. What you talking
She don't
about?
want the track to pull.
I got you.
What you want the track to pull? A Karen from
You can't
Potomac.
pull my hair.
She's like, what you need? What you need?
A mess.
I wouldn't even know because I
my
don't deal with the weaves.
I gotta say this though. I met French Montana. He is one of the nicest people I've met. He's probably on a lot of things. I hadn't met him though.
He seems like a fun person.
He's
cool
a very fun person.
Yeah.
He seemed very happy to be there.
Literally has marble floors. I tiptoed on them.
Got you, bitch.
I sure did. Tiptoed. Ask Nicolette about that one. Nicolette was the one tiptoeing.
You was tiptoeing on the
It was more Nicolette, but that's fine. That's a story for another day.
Nicolette!
Since they don't play.
Oh, I'm sorry. His name wasn't Frank. Raw sucking Zach's dick. That's what
That makes matters even worse.
Yeah,
Zach, like, I don't know.
I kind of like Frank better. Let's call him Frank.
for her. All right, let's talk about a relationship here, though.
Frank
Miss
Carter.
Remy Ma Papoose.
I love him.
So I want to direct this over to you, Miss Nikki. Dr. Nikki. So we saw Remy Ma Papoose. Remy Ma was a very famous hip hop
On the rise. She was.
She had a splash.
I
though.
think
She-
she's kind of iconic. I don't know, I was
M
to the wizard. Rapper. Papoose, also a very big more underground rapper. As their kind of careers were
Really taking off. Like
because
they
I think about it, when she went to jail, that was when Papoose got on the Busta Rhymes track, right?
Right
no.
around?
What song was that? Oh my God.
It was a really long time ago.
Touch it, bring it.
Oh, yeah, she was on the remix. That really sucks that she was in the height of her career.
Yeah.
He was on the remix.
He was on the, okay.
Remy, with the Conceited and all that. So two famous rap stars. Remy
Got into a situation.
A little violent one.
A situation where she had to stab somebody.
You know, because sometimes
shit happens.
Yeah.
She realized her best friend wasn't really her best friend, so she had to, shank a bitch.
Shank somebody.
That
Shank somebody.
completely makes sense. It's
completely
another
normal.
issue. Yeah,
Totally
that's fine.
normal.
Or it might have been a shooting, actually. It was
She
either-
shot her in the
I think
stomach.
she shot her in the
I thought
stomach.
she stabbed her.
No. It was a shot.
There's kind of a bit of a difference between a stab and a shoot.
I
It's
don't
all the
remember.
same thing.
Either way, it was an attempted murder.
Okay.
Yeah. The only difference is motive. So we talk about, they go wedding tasting, cake tasting. Relationship wise though, I mean, here we have Remy says she's opening up. She says, I felt like nobody was around for me. I felt like people were trying to take my man away from that. Jumping into a marriage right after coming out, is that some advice you give?
I don't think it's the best idea, and I could totally get that, if I was his sister or his friend and your fiance's gone and shot someone or stabbed someone, then that's kind of alarming to me, because what happens when they're going to get into an argument? You know, is there an aggressive tendency?
That's true.
So listen, if it would have been maybe, you know, some kind of tax fraud or something like that, you go, okay, we can sort through this. But we're talking about quite a serious crime.
White collar crime is all good.
Fine. Like, if there's no aggressive, you know, tendencies. So I totally get that people would kind of be steering him away of, is this relationship going to work? How long is she going to be away for? And, you know, it did sound like that he was being very distracted by everything that was going on with her, which is fair enough. But that's at that point where you've got to go, is this relationship going to be till death do us part? Is this what I'm investing into? Or is this going to unravel and then I'm left with a career that's been jeopardized? So I think it was a very valid, you know, concern there. I think, though, coming out of the situation, what's the rush? You know, have some time to get to know each other again, see if this works, address any issues that have, you know, maybe popped up because she has been away. And then if it works, get married. It's not like there's some race to say I do. And I just feel like people think that wedding is just going to solve every problem. Because we get to play in fantasy land, and it's like, well, let's do the cake, let's get the dress. It all sounds really nice and fluffy, but it's like, what's going on underneath? Those issues are still going to be there after you say I do.
Well, didn't they get married in jail? So they're just doing the wedding. So would you recommend getting married in jail?
No. Again, it's like, listen, I think
Cardi B's considering it right now.
She is considering it.
If I was in jail, and I feel like that's a really strong statement that they've said, we're going to make this work no matter what. So maybe that was something that she needed, because he's saying to her, I'm going to stick by you. I mean, we all know that marriages can end up in divorce anyway, but I do think it's that statement of, I'm going to be here for you when you get out, or for however long you're going to be in. But I think when you look at organising the actual function, like, let's take away the actual legal side of things, but the function and all the stresses, weddings are really stressful for a lot of people. So if your relationship has a few cracks, and then you go into bridezilla mode and dealing with who's sitting where and what cake and what's costing, I feel like that's not probably the best position to be putting a relationship in.
Damn.
Take the money and go on a holiday.
Amen to that.
Exactly.
Who needs a wedding?
She'd be like, I said I wanted chocolate icing on my cake.
Don't say no to her.
This ain't red velvet, it's just chocolate cake.
But Papoose wants the baby, so I think that was a little bit of the pressure. He wanted to...
he wants another baby.
Oh, I have a question for you. So do you feel like, you know, putting a ring
Trene
on
has
it...
a friend.
No, you feel like...
I have this friend that has a rash.
Let's say her name is Shanae.
And her ring Shanae is empty.
So, you know...
Her Twitter is Instagram Shanae.
She's looking for...
So pretty much you feel like putting a ring on it is going to, you know, speed up the process of having a baby. Like, do you feel like that's a good thing in order to start a family?
For some people, it's really important for them. They're not going to go and have a baby until, you know, they've officially got the ring on the finger. But then, you know, we have our friends on the other side of things that are just popping out babies left, right, and centre.
On my Facebook, I'll be like...
It's a real common trend these days. I think people are having the baby first and then kind of working out, well, let's see how this goes. And then maybe we'll get married. But I think if you're from that traditional realm, it's really important that you go, okay, we're going to be in a serious relationship. We're going to be committed to each other. Yeah. But I think the commitment is in the actions, not in the ring. Not in what you say. It's like, is this person living with you, supporting with you? Are you getting along together? Maybe then that's a better context to look at, should we have a baby? Not, do I have a shiny piece of metal on my finger?
Yeah, because for her, I'm sorry, but because for her, she's like, I'm not having babies until I get my wedding. So it's like she's negotiating.
Well, because she doesn't want to be fat at her wedding. That's the bottom line. Like that, I mean, she doesn't want to go get pregnant, then have to lose baby weight, and then finally have a wedding because she just wants the ceremony.
But based on what you're saying, would you advise living together before marriage?
Yes, completely.
Okay.
I think that, you know, you need to, it's like try before you buy. You need to be able to cohabitate and work out, well, what does reality look like?
Right.
You know, the chores, the dishes. It's like, what does it feel like when you're coming home and you're really stressed and your partner's poking at you for sex and you're like, go away, leave me alone. How do you navigate those obstacles? Because I do think, you know, we're not living in the 1950s anymore. This isn't about, you know, you shouldn't move into it, you know, with each other until you go and get married. But I do think it's important to live together. However, you run that risk of getting very very comfortable in, you know, just living together, not getting married. So if you've got one person that it's really important to, the other person's thinking, I don't really care if I get married or not, there really isn't so much of a difference between that dynamics and a marriage, except that you've signed a piece of paper and maybe you've got a joint bank account. So I think you've always got to have a time limit for it as well. If marriage is important for you, you've got to have enough guts to say to your partner, I think we should trial this out, but at some point, I don't want to continue in a de facto situation. I do want to end up married to you.
Sure.
But make your intentions known.
So that's where Tara failed. She didn't make her intentions known that she wanted to be a wife to Peter.
Remy did.
And Remy did.
Remy was very clear.
Sorry, y'all, I just died over here.
Welcome back.
I'm just trying to ignore you. I was like,
Appreciate it.
I might be a doctor, but I'm not that type of doctor. I can't be.
I'm about to get some CPR. All right, so let's see. So then we have to sit down with Irene, or Miss Irene, which I love this.
Yes.
I love the fact that Papoose is saying, before we get married, let's sew these up.
Yeah.
Which is what you should do. I mean, you've got to start looking at all the different issues. There will always be issues. Once you even get married, you'll still have issues. It's not like you should feel the pressure to solve everything before you say I do. But I think if there is something that's there, flag it. Everyone's so good at sweeping things underneath the rug, and especially when you're in all the wedding bells things, everyone wants to be happy. Right. They don't want to admit that there may be a few little bumps in the road. So good on them for having a sit-down chat and just flagging it, because often it's a misinterpretation, and that's what it looked like. There was just that clarity that needed to be, you know, this is why I said this, this is why I was of that stance. Right. And you could kind of see her feel a little bit relieved from that. She looked like, okay, I've heard it straight from you. I do feel better now. I can start to look at all the other little things I've got to sort out.
I'm excited to see you to sit down with her and her mom.
Yeah, I know.
Is it safe to say that Papoose has a type based on his mom? Did you not feel like Mom and Remy were like?
Could have been this daughter. And
Mom's very outspoken, very straightforward. You know, she's strong. You feel the strength. I was like, damn, he married. He's marrying his mom.
I mean, if you want to get, you know, technical, Dr. Sigmund Freud said that, you know, Freud, he said that a lot of men choose women based off their mother, because the first
Look at you,
woman
Trene. We find out you being Barnes and Nobles in the relationship section.
You know, the first woman they're in love with is their mother. They have this, like, in their mind, they have this sexual, like, fantasy.
Oedipus complex?
He says that.
Complex, yeah.
Complex,
Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
I went to college.
Same thing that can happen for women and their fathers.
Yeah. As we see these ladies on the show.
Except these ladies didn't have daddies, apparently.
Did you notice how much of a little girl Remy was to Miss Irene?
Yes, respect, honey. She put them hands in her lap, and she was like,
she had the big brown eyes, and they was like blinking.
I thought you didn't. Any other time, she's much more like hard and
of course,
but no, she put it down for Miss Irene.
I feel like Pap, he kind of, you know, she's a pit bull when she's not around Pap. So when she's around him, she's like this little precious little baby,
which is so cute.
Pressure release valve.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from them. The only normal story here on the show.
That was a nice moment.
Somewhat normal. All right, so
she did kill somebody.
Let's get back to the Yandy situation.
Okay.
Mo is recording over
in a new green wig.
The beat Yandy gave her which I must say,
it was nice.
You like the aqua wig?
It was better.
I'm talking about the track.
The Aqua Minaj from Hello, Good Morning, the Diddy Bop.
Yeah,
still on the wig.
Diddy Bop.
Like I felt like she was gonna be Hello, Good Morning, tell him with the liquid.
Right.
But she didn't. Instead, she said, "More bottles than daycare. My men DC say I'm Yandy."
My men in DC call me Yandy. She got in the street. She got that candy.
Right. She thought maybe she would.
I thought it was good.
It was clever.
Yeah.
That was a good run. For Mo, I thought that was a good run.
I want your money. I mean your money. I mean Mo money.
Once upon a time.
Monisha went in.
I thought it was a decent run from Mo, and I was proud of her.
I was proud of her.
I'm mad that they had to keep repeating that little line
to make it clear.
That's all she wrote.
I know, but I was like,
because literally, you know, she was in there. They said, "Yo, Bianca's coming in. Write something real quick." She's like,
I don't know.
Read this off the Fruit Loop box.
What's that say? Can turn this
more bottles than daycare. This bitch reading fucking. This bitch reading Planet Hood pamphlets, writing the lyrics to her lesson.
Wow. I'm not even. Mo, I thought you had a good verse, Mo. I ain't gonna.
Hey, I
I'm not with that
appreciated it,
on
Mo.
this.
I appreciated it.
I like how
I wouldn't call it good, but I appreciated it.
The women on the show this episode was showing
That
the
they
rap
rap.
skills.
Yeah.
I like that.
Other than fighting each other, they were
I mean,
rapping.
if you call what
Who showed
Lexi
that?
was doing rap, I don't know.
Lexi was like,
Hey, French
she just
liked
moved.
it.
She made the move.
French liked it.
French liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French was reacting
literally,
to a bottom
Ross said, hey, you think we can get you to say, what she asked me to say?
Oh no, something sexy on the phone. He's like,
And he was
that's
like,
too sexy.
it's too sexy for me. I can't be on
Do
that.
that.
I picked up on a little bit of awkwardness. I read people's body language, and it's like he's got a producer saying, "Yeah, just look optimistic," and he's thinking, "Oh."
He's like, y'all paying me enough for this.
When did they say
episode."
cut?
My
When did
thing
they say
is just
cut?
like when you have to explain the lyrics in that much detail.
Oh, we talking about men, DC.
Yeah, you
Men,
know, like
DCs.
just
I
usually.
got it right off top.
me too. I was like,
I
oh,
was like, I got a little fire.
It was cute.
I was feeling
but
it.
Yandy didn't get it right.
Yeah,
on
but I'm just
top,
like the
and-
rest of the world isn't gonna understand that.
I know.
Like who
I
are you marketing
disagree.
to? People are gonna be like, who the hell is man in DCs and who is Yandy?
I think we'll all be like, oh, that's a tribute.
That's where
he
you
just went up the
you
river.
put something like that. I think it was really good.
He
she
did.
put something like
Didn't he
that out
just go
there.
last week? He turned
For-
himself in.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, men DCs. He in jail too for 8 years.
So the men in jail are gonna think that you wifey? Is that what the?
No, she was just,
Is that what that meant?
it was a tribute.
No.
So, anyways, Bianca and Cardi walk in.
Why is she in the studio with my record? But why is she in the studio with my record?
I never feel like.
Don't get embarrassed for the second time.
I never,
not gonna turn up, then shut up! Do you pay my bills?
oh no.
Don't even.
Bitch, I thought Latavia was gonna come out like, you pay my bill. Latoya just in the back like,
I don't.
But you
think
know, I've noticed
do.
Yandy kind of just really kills you silently. You ever notice
do you
that?
pay my bills?
Like it's like, damn, do I?
No.
I don't think
so
I do.
shut up. She should have said shut up after that.
She should.
I would have said,
Or
okay.
wait
you
outside.
I sure do not.
You and your
Bye.
friend that I don't know should wait outside.
But they
Bye.
wanted them to fight.
Yeah,
otherwise
that's
we
all
don't
that
have shows,
was.
So they waited.
And it's whack. Look,
Yandy,
Lil
Mona
B,
Scott.
Lil B
Mona
never
Scott,
gets her
young.
blood pressure up though. I don't feel like.
She don't need to because she from Harlem. And the thing
She's
is,
like,
if
I
I
already
talk a
beat your ass
decimal above
once.
this, if I talk a decimal above this,
You're
I'm gonna
dead.
shove a
You're
motherfucking ice
dead.
cream cone right up your motherfucking ass.
dead.
Bitch. You heard you? You heard
Kicking it
you?
with too many people from Harlem.
Bitch, I lived in Harlem
Let
for
me
5
find
years.
them. Let me find
I lived in Harlem for 5 years, so I know. All right, so Bianca throws some water. It's just messiness, and these girls need to get their
Somebody
lives.
should have slapped Bianca and
special
dragged her
effects.
out. You in the studio with all that equipment throwing water around us. Smack the
It
shit
looked
out of
like it was
her.
But where you got water from? Why is everybody strapped with water bottles and sodas and
First of all, more
drinks?
importantly, didn't y'all watch, do your research and development before coming onto the season? Didn't you watch the Atlanta season? This is exactly what happened with Jessica Dime and what's her name?
You right.
in
you
the
right.
studio, but they had the big studio with the piano.
And this is about
Because
Jazzy
they-
Faye.
Strippers.
And she threw the
Strippers,
money
you know,
in
they
it.
gonna get down and
They
dirty.
need some room
Strippers,
so
you
they
need
can
some room
spin
to rest.
around.
They need room for the booty diapers.
Shit. Clap it up.
The crew was like, man, I hope they wrestle.
Whole lot of no.
You said wrestle. Like,
You gotta say wrestle. I hope they wrestle right now.
Speaking of wrestling,
Go ahead.
let's just get into it. Amina playing the piano. Getting a little tired of Peter looking
That's
no,
right, baby.
The thing is
That's real
I
pretty how
realized
you do
that-
That's real pretty.
but that's
real
after
pretty.
she said, I realized that, losing this baby was actually a blessing, to realize that what's been given to me is Peter.
Because we love each other and I love Peter.
I realized that Peter loved me.
Peter love me. I
and,
love you, Peter.
The past few weeks, he's been a real good boy.
He's been a real
He's
good
been
boy.
putting his best foot forward.
He's taking care
And
of
then
me.
she literally says, I can see that you want to be with me in a couple weeks. After
Wow.
you shit on me for years.
Right.
So now, Nikki, you saw the last portion of this.
Oh, Lord.
Now, this is kind of the follow-up scene where Amina, she had her abortion, and now we see Peter coming to her
so mad
rescue.
that this is a storyline.
This is
I
a real
can't
conversation,
even.
people.
This really happened.
And it actually happened. She supposedly
happened.
really had an abortion.
I want to take Peter and give him a good slap across the face and saying,
might
own
like
up
that.
and take responsibility for your actions. Because all I see is, these women are in love with him. And, obviously there's a toxic love going on here. She has just been beaten time after time emotionally, and she's going back for more. And I see him go, oh, I know I'm pathetic. Okay, start taking responsibility, because I kind of feel like he's the lost puppy dog. And he's like, I know that I'm troubled and I know that I'm lost. But that's his way of getting away with it. And she's taking him back. So what that says is, I will take you back just as where you are, damaged and all of that. What she needs to really turn around and say, I love you, but you need to be the man that I deserve. You go work out your stuff, let me work out my stuff, and let's reconvene once you've had some time to, I don't know, go into some serious therapy or wear condoms for a start. Would be really good.
Go find the Holy Ghost, go do something.
But it just seems to be, he's the lost puppy dog, and then these two women that just, maybe they're, over the years, their self-esteem has just been, swindled down by this guy, and they feel that they need him. And that's needing someone is a real dangerous thing.
I think we should do an intervention with Tara and Amina sitting in a room.
There's no hope.
Wait a minute.
And just Amina. Tara, there's no hope.
There's no hope for Tara.
Wait a minute.
Tara's 13 years in.
I want to see what this intervention is about.
What you gonna tell
Obviously,
them?
we're gonna bring
You
in
ever
the
gone on
therapist.
You gonna
Space
set them
Mountain?
on fire?
You ever been on Space Mountain?
Or maybe
that
you
ride
gonna
the same
introduce
for
them to the fire?
all the
First of
years
all,
Space
we're gonna
Mountain been around.
We're going to put
Let
them
me
on
finish.
some
Let me
heavy
finish.
duty
Can I finish?
contraceptive.
We're gonna bring in a therapist, obviously, because
Dr.
we need
Nikki.
somebody. No, what's the black doctor?
Dr. Jeffrey.
That was their last
No,
week?
we have
I'm
no
just kidding.
jank
But anyway,
doctors
we're bringing in a therapist, and I think we need to find Peter's original baby mamas.
We need to find the
No,
original.
because they
'Cause he's
figured
got
out a
like 10
way
other ones.
To get rid of him.
They figured out a way to cut loose.
No.
Yeah.
You think they figured out a
No,
way.
they just didn't sign the
You
papers to
just,
be
they
on
not
TV.
on the show. But you don't know if they got away.
That's the safest way. They were like, oh shit, wait, if I don't sign these papers, I'll never have to see you? Your shit is only gonna be with those who went, shit, I ain't signing shit.
But they figured out
They
something.
did not figure
They ain't
nothing
figuring
out.
nothing out,
They're just
dog.
not,
They're just not on the show.
stupid enough to put their shit on national television. Just like my
got so
mom
many baby
ain't never
mamas.
gonna go on
That's
no
what, when he seemed to be, so surprised when there was another pregnancy, and I'm like, how many do we lose track
No, but that's
of?
what blows
He
my
has like 12.
Guys-
How many kids he got?
No, he's got
he
like
10
not
or
eight or
12.
nine.
Is that a football team now?
I mean,
a basketball team?
I don't even know. Basketball,
No,
yeah.
no,
But you
basketball,
only
yeah.
need 5 for
There's
that.
no
see?
such thing as an accidental pregnancy in my eyes, because every time
Thank
you have
you.
sex with somebody, if you're not using a condom and the pill and some form of other contraceptive,
Then you are
there's
trying
always
to
gonna
get
be a
pregnant.
chance. Well, there's always going to be a
Spermicide.
chance.
Burn
So
that
don't
shit.
be surprised when you rock up pregnant and be like, oh, it was an accident.
And how
It's
you
gonna
confused
happen.
See, if
for
I was
4
a-
months? You like, oh, I wasn't feeling
No,
well.
she was not confused.
No, she was never
That bitch,
confused.
hold up. We ain't even getting there yet.
We
Here's
ain't
the
even
thing.
there
Amina,
yet.
these bitches need to fucking spike Peter's drink with spermicide. That's what I'm feeling like.
I'm going to
No,
put it out there.
with
Do you
rat
think
poison.
that these women are continually trying to get pregnant, especially Tara,
Yep.
to keep him?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
then let's just
Absolutely.
Girl, she said there's no way I can't be with you after an abortion.
What?
That I had by myself.
By
Because you
yourself
weren't
because he
present.
wasn't there.
He wasn't even
because
present for the
he
abortion.
was on the other bitch's mattress in the same building as
And
your
it
girl.
wasn't even a mattress, it was a blow up.
It was a blow up from Target. Those things are pretty
Those things
comfortable
are,
sometimes.
So let's just get into it.
You can't even really get it in like that. You just bending and falling, you falling off, like, and you still took it anyway with dirty ass feet.
It's only like 2 minutes long.
Tara came out to say, I can't believe this. Peter has me and Amina pregnant.
She loves it.
No, your fucking legs spread open on Peter's dick
Right.
has you pregnant.
Right.
Boo boo, and it
It
wasn't
was-
for the kids.
So maybe no
Wasn't for the
one's
kid.
taking responsibility here.
No.
You've got these women going,
No.
he got me pregnant. Oh, I'm pretty sure that you had something to do with that as well.
Absolutely.
You've got Peter saying, I'm pathetic. And it's like, well, maybe do something about that. And then somebody
Such
turn
a
around
shit
and wrap
show.
them all in glad wrap.
Girl, no, they're probably
Cling
doing
wrap,
somehow.
saran wrap.
Find
They'll
its way
find a way
into
to
that.
stick
He's
together.
like, you sure you're not
Or-
gonna get pregnant? Oh, I'm not gonna get pregnant. Like,
Shouldn't the government
I'm not.
step in after?
Pull
isn't
up.
there
I've
like-
got a
does not work.
solution. I've got a
Oh,
solution.
we need
right?
solutions. Yes.
Polyamory.
That's what we've been
I kind of believe that's what's really going on. And they just pretending
They all
for
live in the
TV
same
that they
apartment,
hate it.
so-
Together.
Yeah.
If they can't get rid of him, if they're so attached, and you think after all these years, like these women know that they're in each other's lives.
Just be sister
Well,
wives.
maybe we should just like
Sister wives.
Sister
Sister
wives.
wives.
At least then you can work out boundaries and you can say, well, he'll be with me Monday to Wednesday, you Wednesday to
So you
Friday.
know where he
He'll get
is.
pregnant now. I'll
Got
get
two
pregnant
bitches
now.
like I'm
Oh
Lou
my
Will.
God. Lifetime takes all of the castaways from Love and Hip Hop, and that's what it's called, Sister Wives. And it's all the love triangles from all the Love and Hip Hop seasons.
God.
Perfect.
Mona.
There
3
you go.
weeks.
Hosted by Lou Williams of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh my God. Oh.
Tara says, I'm 18
He's figuring
weeks
out how to make it
pregnant.
work.
18 weeks pregnant, it's just a few weeks too long before you can do anything. That's called sabotage, bitch. Because I seen you when Amina said she was pregnant and she smacked Peter. You was there with your maternity
Shirt, like your little sweater.
acting like Harry Potter in the mystical invisible robe, bitch. No, I seen that hump.
She was like,
that baby pump.
I ain't
But-
pregnant.
And it's so convenient that she chose to have this sit down, making sure that she was beyond the termination time. She was like, "Listen, 18 weeks, so
I've
sorry."
exhausted. I've exhausted.
I woke up and found out I was sick all of a sudden.
I've exhausted.
I don't
all
believe
She's
he
been
needs
pregnant
to know.
twice. She's already
Yeah.
had 2 kids.
He knew because you can see in his face. He's like, so you can tell some producers going,
Yeah.
okay, now that Amina's got the abortion, you need to come along and like now that you're going to reveal the pregnancy. He knew weeks ago.
Right.
This was all just fabricated, and this is the problem that I have is that when people are obviously intervening with these situations here, we're talking about innocent babies that are being brought into this world, and you've got producers going, okay, you're going to tell him now when you're pregnant and. Maybe they're sitting there going, okay, go get them pregnant at the same time because it's going to be a really good story.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
That's sick, but that's
That's so
probably
good.
what
I would-
happened,
yeah.
honestly. And the
That's-
crazy thing is that she got on Instagram and did this maternity photo shoot.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
covered in
so proud.
gold.
So proud.
And got offended when people were like,
That poor
you're
child.
a dummy.
But look, I mean, if the producers are truly behind, just
No one's
This
behind
debacle.
getting these bitches pregnant.
But it's not
Let's
behind,
just-
but there's a certain way of encouraging things.
Yeah.
You put
There is a
ideas
way.
in people's
Yeah,
heads.
it's
and-
called, look, Peter don't have a place to stay tonight, Amina. Can he please just stay with you this night? And then he ends up getting the bitch pregnant because he sneezed on her. And then we're in this predicament. Now, my thing is,
I don't even know if Amina was really pregnant.
no, here's the thing, yo. I do question that.
Yeah.
But Tara, it's just disgusting to even say this because I know bitches like this, and
Oh.
sorry. But
Oh, he
Tara
knows.
gonna hold this 4-month damn baby in her gut secret. Just so excited. Like, oh, Peter's gonna be mine.
gonna come back
He's
to
gonna
me.
spend the next
I'm the
4 weeks
wife.
at my apartment.
You know why? You know why, right? He has the capacity to marry now. They were together, what, 13 years?
No, he's
Yes.
married to.
I know, but
Married
she
to
still
Amina.
feels like somehow she can get him.
Well, the loophole if you live with somebody for a certain amount of time, right?
Common law or whatever.
It's a fact.
You know, but I think she still feels like now that he is the type that'll actually marry, he'll leave Amina
Yeah.
and marry
Well,
her.
she said in another episode that Amina might be the wife, but you're not his woman. Like I'm the girl. Like
Which
she
is
still
fucking
thinks
crazy.
she's
Yeah,
number
that is
one.
Delusional.
Which is crazy.
Shout out to Caitlin Monroe because the bitch done said that Tara at this point is gone girl, and I
Yeah.
totally agree with that bitch. This bitch counting Amina's damn fucking.
Everything. She's like, okay, Amina gets her
Monthly.
cycle on this day, and if I fuck Peter that day, then his sperm
Girl,
is
I
not gonna
wouldn't
work
put it
that
past
right.
her.
Yeah.
Really wouldn't. She said Peter has more concern for Amina, but this is really true shit. But that is really sad that Peter's mind went right to this. He said no, because here's the thing. I feel like Amina's gonna feel like I didn't want her to stop having an abortion because I wanted you to have the baby. That is the realest shit they done put on television, y'all. Because that's some real fucking shit.
Yeah,
that is.
yeah.
And now I question Peter. Did you not say that to Amina because you knew the other one
Tara
was pregnant?
and you knew
Pretty
it.
much.
The struggle is all the way real.
And that's how it is when you've been a dude that's been lying so much and concocting so many different schemes. When something happens, you immediately start thinking about all the angles.
To you?
Because
That was not you.
I was just like, oh, you got some first-hand information and studies. You studied this analysis.
I know people.
Oh, you know people. Okay.
I have a friend, right?
My friend.
Are we going back to that friend business? All right.
What's it called? So okay, so then you say you read people's body language. So when he said that he's realized that he continues to fuck everything up. I prove everyone right. Maybe I am who people say I am. He got the wake-up call. Something is wrong with him. Did you take that as authentic?
No.
Why?
Because I think he's been doing this for so long, and it's so much easier sometimes to say, I'm screwing up. But there's that next step. Are you going to do anything about it? And we see, we see this pattern with so many people all the time, especially when you look at these guys that are running around with multiple women, and they just start to get into that pattern of, this is me, I'm so screwed up. But is he making any actions to make this right?
No, because that's the point where they always take him back.
Yeah. And it's the stray puppy dog. And I think these women, they have a love for him, but they see his damaged side, and it's like, oh, I'll take you in, and maybe they're not exactly patting him. It's going a little bit further.
Oh, they're patting.
They're just not patting his head.
Patting him, squeezing him, rubbing on it, licking on it, doing whatever.
They feel like they should leave him, though.
That should be
They're
more
gonna
swallowing. They probably would be.
Losing.
No,
They be that way too. Why you
On a
playing?
point.
that way.
But every time they say to him and take him in and go, you poor little puppy dog, I'm going to take you in, I'm going to look after you. In his mind, it's going, I can continually get away with this. I can keep getting away with this. And that's why I said Amira should have turned around and said, we need time to separate and work this out and start proving to me that you can do the right thing by me. It should be that way, not, well, let's jump back in and abortion's made us closer.
You're speaking as a rational human being.
Right.
We're going to send Amina and Tara
A copy of this book.
Just send me in. I'll
Single
just
but
seal it
dating
in.
boot camp.
All right, so right before we go into predictions really quickly, we got a quick scene of Cardi B, Bianca, Mariah Lynn. I'm only talking about this because I know everyone will be like, y'all didn't talk about Cardi B. Like, it was something you can talk about. They was doing white people activities. Blowing glass. No, anyone want to know? I'm going to go to the bathroom because I bought it.
Super set up. That's so crazy.
And then Mariah Lynn, I hate when bitches do this. Like, I'm Puerto Rican.
I was going to say
My
that.
Puerto Rican gonna come out.
Now all of a sudden you ethnic?
I know, right?
My daddy might be Puerto
Once
Rican.
the Snow Bunny comment came out, no, I believe she is Puerto Rican,
Probably.
but she has to prove that extraness because it was once she questioned her and called her the Snow Bunny, it was like everything got a little more,
Yeah. A little more gangsta all of a sudden.
You know what I mean, Mariah Lynn? I didn't see when mommy was wrapped up in prison.
I love that.
I didn't see that Mariah
Cardi B
Lynn.
got invited to the
the money
student
bag.
Where she's like, I need to give her a fresh ass whooping. She needed some baby powder when she said that.
I just got to see what Mariah Lynn's about, though. I want to see her and Mo fight.
They won't. That's
They're not
gonna
gonna
happen.
fight.
Nobody's gonna fight Mariah Lynn. Don't fight Mariah Lynn. You too small.
Boom. On that
You're
note,
too petite.
let's head into predictions. And then, can you prep me Mariah Lynn Money Gun, the song? Because we're going to go out to Mariah Lynn Money Gun.
I like that Cardi B said, I'll come see your studio session long as it ain't on the weekend because she's going to be stripping.
Is that what that
This is real life.
She gotta go to work. Good
She
for
gotta
her.
go to work.
She's taking care of herself.
Yeah.
She is going to work so she can pay her bills.
Oh wait, and then also we missed out Rich Doll's
nobody
giving
cares.
relationship advice,
Stupid.
and shout out to Papoose and his kooky sweater.
Shout out to Rich Dollars. Daddy Daycare is over.
Holla.
You can
Now I
go
can
back
start
to creeping
getting-
and nasty, and it's coming back next week.
Creeping in.
Right away, right?
Creeping and nasty, right away.
All right, so next week we're gonna get Cardi B getting married to someone in jail. I think
That's just,
She's
I think you get,
considering
like, a
getting
minute-
married to her boo in
a minute
jail.
12 in.
that's just like,
He sent her the papers.
Wedding.
So, and as we said, Dr. Nikki, you say
Don't get married in jail.
probably not the best idea for Cardi.
Probably not the best idea to get married in jail. I think there's other ways to show somebody that you dedicated to them rather than go, hey, let's have a wedding behind bars.
Yeah, but we don't take that seriously, though. That's probably not even going to happen. That's just like
Amina versus
rhetoric.
Peter.
It's a good storyline.
Yeah.
Amina's gonna find out that Peter is having another child.
And I just can't help but having my heart break as hers does, brand new every
Look, my
time.
heart can
Heart
only
is
break
not
when she gets that
breaking.
heart removed off her neck.
Is your heart breaking, or are
heart
you
is not
starting to
breaking.
feel sorry for her because she's just taking an ass whipping?
I
every
watch her
time?
taking ass
I don't
whipping for
feel
years
sorry
now.
for
I
her.
feel like
I don't feel
every
sorry
I
time.
don't feel sorry for her at all.
Her heart breaks brand new every time.
No.
It does.
Nah.
Brand new.
Did you see how she like broke down?
Nah. She don't even know what none of that means is or ever was. She don't know what she
I think her
wants.
heart breaks.
She be feeling
I
brand
feel
new
bad
each
for her.
week.
But what I'm
Stop
really
feeling bad for her,
excited
though. She
for.
brings it on herself.
Can you start
She
to play
does.
that right now?
Like you grown,
I think you're gonna go to
girl.
like a minute and something, because it's like right after
Time
she shoots
to
the
let it
bitch in the
go.
car.
Poor Amina.
Right after that.
Because it's a long track
Well,
at the
it's after
beginning.
that.
I know I've been doing good for 3 weeks,
Keep going.
so I just wanted to talk to you about something. Tara just called me,
And unfortunately,
you know, she's pregnant.
back when I wasn't doing so good, she's
All right, and then the final one
Fucking
is,
guy.
I'm excited, Mariah Lynn, Rich Dollars. They're going to have a personal relationship, and it's going to be Rich versus Cisco.
I think Cisco needs to fall back in this situation.
Cisco?
Yeah, it's Rich Dollars.
I'm just looking like...
And then they should play this too.
Cisco
while
can't
all
lose
this is
another
jumping
woman
down.
to Rich.
Cisco,
Yeah,
whatever
Shirley
she
Bates
did
lose
to
all this women to
Cisco
Rich.
got him pussy
Even in the
wet.
bathroom. you
But
know?
Cisco, he picked up Diamond after Rich, didn't it?
No, Diamond came out there for Cisco.
Yeah.
And then Rich.
And then Rich got in the bathroom.
Cisco ain't no match for Rich.
Right. Cisco, you know, Rich is always getting up on Cisco's girls. It's like a personal vendetta.
They be those
Just-
girls that like those light skinned dudes.
It's just disgusting.
Y'all need to stick with them brown skinned dudes.
Dr. Nikki Goldstein, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
tonight.
for having me. And thank you for my new addiction.
Yeah. Wait, so are you going to get into
Oh,
this
yeah,
now?
because I need to know who keeps
Who
getting
it's gonna work
pregnant
out.
next. How am I going to sleep at
It's
night
never
without
gonna end,
knowing
though.
it?
It's never
I
gonna
know.
end.
Gonna end.
That's the vicious
The
cycle.
circle keeps going.
Oh.
But if
It
you
keeps
want to
going.
know how you cannot get pregnant while dating, make sure you guys read Dr. Nikki Goldstein's Single But Dating book. And where can everyone follow you?
Jump online. I'm www.drnikki.com.au and all my social media is Dr_Nikki G.
And we actually talked about something else that these girls could look into, right? Maybe freezing their eggs.
Yes. I've been out there talking to everybody and saying younger women need to be considering this because it gives us more options, but something that we're going to be talking about because there's a lot of negativity out there, and I think the more we talk, the more we're going to lift that, and we're actually going to say to women, go out and live your lives and work out what it is that you want and date and find what works for you in relationships so you don't end up having babies to Peter. And then when you've got to that point in your life where you're like, you know, I know what I want and I'm a little bit maybe mature, you can go back and use those eggs. Or you could donate them one day to someone who actually needs them as well.
There you go, Tara and Amina. Well, thank you so much. Make sure you guys follow Dr. Nikki at Dr_Nikki G. You guys can hit us up everywhere at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm everywhere on social media at DJ Jesse J.
I'm at Stewart Starlet.
Your girl Trene, Instagram and Twitter. Let's talk.
And I'm everywhere at I am Stephaune now, guys.
No more
No
fire.
more
Stephaune.
No more fire.
And we're going to go out to Mariah Lynn, Money Gun. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.